Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 2 Wessex gameplay. So we have a whole bunch of things here at the top that we could do this episode. We could create the Duchy of Kent, which I'm inclined to do. We have a couple of decisions that we can take. We need to recruit a court physician, so let's do that as soon as we can. We can try and compose a book or present a debutante. We can't hold a feast yet or hold a summer fair since it's not time. That's about the decisions that we can take right now. There were dangerous factions forming in the last episode, like our son has joined the faction, so that's a little concerning, but like I mentioned again, we are 66 years old and it's not a big concern because I'm going to die and he's going to end up taking the throne from me anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be too worried about it. But other than that, what else can we do? We can grant some special minor titles. High Almoner, let's give it to the Earl of Surrey. Let's give it to the Earl of Surrey, yeah. And once our court physician arrives, then obviously we can grant him that title right away, because it's always good to have a court physician in your court in case anybody's sick or anything happens. He is Norse pagan though, so I will be losing piety, but he is a renowned physician if I'm not mistaken. They usually are. Diligent, mystic, dutiful cleric. Let's actually not do that. I've changed my mind because let's see if I can make somebody in my court. Let me go in my court and see. Do I have any? Let me go back here and see if I can. Yeah. Let's make Osmond, the guy, the leader of the faction. Let's make him our court physician, shall we? Even though he doesn't like us very much. Let's see here. Declared war. Okay. He's a rival of ours, so we could do something here. Oh, our personal combat score is minus 17. So actually, let's not do that. I was going to suggest that we can actually fight him and duel him because he's your rival, but I don't suggest doing that right now because we have a negative combat modifier. My prisoner, Prince Bishop Lothair of Bath, is complaining about the Dark Cell. I'm going to let him rot because he is rambling right now. He's a madman. He is not in his right senses. And we want to stay Catholic. We don't want to embrace any other religion in this playthrough. Maybe in another playthrough. But I don't want to complicate this one too much. After I told Enswith it was time to head home, she looked at me with a grin on her face and told me to race her home, leaving me to carry everything on my own. Should I race her? Or she's our kinswoman, right? Or lecture her about responsibilities? Let's race her, shall we? Why not? Everybody loves kids. Enswith never seemed to be grumpy, always playing without a care in the world. It will change. It will change. You have to grow up in this world very fast. So let's actually create this duchy. It'll cost us a whole bunch of gold, but it will give us a whole bunch of prestige. King Kinewolf the Old has created the title Duchy of Kent. Fantastic. You can press a de jure ducal claim. That's what I wanted to happen. Now we can actually press a de jure ducal claim for Kent. How many allies does he have? Not many. Something happened in Byzantine. I received word that your spy master, Sigurd, is been spying. It's most unfortunate. So we are going to do this. We are going to basically hire somebody else as our spy master. He's a commander. No. Let's actually check the world character journal and see if anybody is willing to join our court. Obviously, he has to be my religion and my culture group. This guy here, Sexbold, he Or Saxbold. He's deceitful though and ambitious, so I'm not too sure about that. But Kindhelm, who is a courtier in Sussex, he could join in, he could be a decent spy master. So let's ask him to come to our court, and the moment that he does, we will invite him to be our spy master and send him again over to Constantinople the minute he does. Apostate found. Court chaplain Elfwolf bursts into your chambers, flanked by several warriors dragging Saxbold with them in chains. My king, there are many concerned peasants claiming that their children are plagued by nightmares of this man. He is obviously a warlock. What shall be done with him? We could burn the apostate. He's a good commander, though. Oh, he is the commander. And he's lowborn, though. We could burn the apostate, or we could throw the apostate in the dungeon, but that would give us a monthly negative piety. We could bring out the branding iron, but I don't think that's what our character would do in this scenario. Let him go free. What harm could he do? I would lose 10 piety, but he is a great commander, though. Do I want to lose him? But it says Catholic Christian. I don't know why they're... Bishop Edwulf here is... I don't know why he's basically declaring him to be an apostate, but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Saxbold, but this has to be done. Ooh, those screams. Ooh. Okay, we shall proceed on. Your Grace, may you live in harmony and contentment. I accept your gracious offer and will join your court. Fantastic. You please be our spy master, and as soon as you can, study technology for us in Constantinople. And we also need another marshal, I should say, to join our diplomacy range. Yes. Join court. Yes. My culture group. You've got this guy who's got a 12 martial. Not too bad. What if I do any culture? 16 martial. He's a Visigoth, though. We have a couple of Lombards here, Italian, Visigoth. At this point, we cannot be... beggars cannot be choosers, so let's just invite him to the court. And let us appoint him as a commander when he comes. Kingdom of Italy. The ancient Lombard kingdom was established in Italy after a long history of migration, originating in northern Europe. Along the way, the Lombards themselves have changed, both influencing and becoming influenced by the religions they have settled. Now it has finally come to pass that the Lombard lands in Italy no longer have a Lombard ruler, and this effectively spells the end of the name of the Kingdom of the Lombards. We shall henceforth speak the Kingdom of Italy, but the Lombard heritage shall live on. Okay. So... this has changed here. West Francia moving in onto Italy, and the Umayyad are basically still where they were last episode. Taking a look what's going on in Eastern Europe here. You have Saxony, who's expanded up here, and they are in a whole bunch of wars with Prussia and the other kingdoms here. And Norway is doing what Norway does, fighting against each other, and hopefully they will, I should say, if they want to raid, they will come over here to England, and we can hopefully fight them back. To the meaningful King Kindwolf, blessings upon you and your house. I accept your gracious invitation. Okay, let us basically go over to our minor titles and make you a commander. There you go. This one guy, though, I'm not too happy with. He's 9 martial, but could be worse. Could be worse. So this, the Count of Kent here has a whole bunch of men. How many do we have? We have no packs though, that's the thing. Maybe we can wait, because we can maybe wait for our ruler to die over and then our son can take over. The coronation of Charlemagne. Oh wow, the Holy Roman Empire has been formed, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that right there. Let's just go ahead and read this. Having taken the reins of power without fear, defeated his enemies, and ruled the Frankish realm successfully, Karl the Butcher was finally crowned emperor on 9th March 787. He stood still as a statue and cold as ice before the throne as the crown of the Holy Roman Empire. Was solemnly placed upon his head. True heir to his father's weapon, descendant of Karl the Hammer, leader of men and master of war, he was claiming his exalted place in history. He looked out across the gathered lords and priests, his eye fixed on something beyond his triumphant moment, something great, a new ambition. Long live King Karl! A powerful emperor has arisen. And hopefully he doesn't set his eyes here up north towards England, because that would spell bad news for all of us. So, Hingifu has arrived at court. Okay. A couple of people arrived at court. Speaking of court, I need to make sure that my vassals, most of them hate me, which is not very good. Let's see. He's my rival, so that's a given. He is, well, according to him, I have a short reign and wants a seat on the council. So let's see, we might be able to actually give him a seat on the council. What's our court chaplain? Let's actually change him. And, no, we can't. He won't be willing to take the court chaplain position. Maybe a spy master. But then again, his intrigue is so low, it's not even funny. Let's see. Dear father, may you live in harmony and contentment. He is adamant on wanting our granddaughter to marry our own kinsman. I have bigger plans for them, and as long as I'm king, you won't do anything without my permission. So they need to be married to somebody else, like this guy here. Minus 100 for marrying a relative of the king. He is a relative. Is he a relative of ours? I'm not too sure. Anyway, moving on from that. Who else? He's in our dungeon, so that's okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can still have an option available for revoking one of the counties. Nothing is highlighting up for me, so I guess I still can't. Let's just build up as much as we can, and hopefully we can get the fort level up. Let's do that, and more options will be available for us in the future. Let's take a look around England and see what's going on. Norfolk is doing what they do. He's got a whole bunch of men. I could establish them as a tributary state. Let's take a look at the King of Mercia. He's not doing too bad either. King Offa, the King of Mercia. We could actually establish some of the Welsh states as tributary states too. Maybe Essex. Maybe we could... Ooh, a border dispute for Middlesex. So we might want to do that, although they will have the Kingdom of Bavaria trying to get involved, but they are pretty far. They're pretty far off, so I wouldn't put too much stock into them, and they are defending against a whole bunch of people anyway. Anyway, back to the mission at hand. The abbot of a nearby monastery has asked that you make a donation towards the repairs of the monastery church. Surely it wouldn't hurt to ensure that you are in the monk's prayers. God will know that I support the church. I could gain 30 piety. I do need 30 piety, or sorry, I can't spare the gold right now. I lose 5 piety. Let's get the piety, shall we? Because gold can always be made, but piety is not easy to come by. Unless if you join one of the orders here in societies. If we go into the societies here, we can see you can join the Benedictine order, the Dominican order, or Lucifer zone. It's giving us the option for that. A group of hedge knights have come to visit Wessex. Earl Osmond has met them and asked for my reply. Welcome them with a lavish feast, or welcome them reluctantly, or refuse them access. I'll lose 5 prestige and everybody will hate me. Let's welcome them lavishly, even though we'll be in the negative for a little bit. That does not concern me as much. Let's take a look on actually the factions that were forming last time. So he's gathered a whole bunch of men here. 2 factions are forming. I could revoke his title. Although it says this will lower opinion of your other vassals by -15. So I don't want to be tyrannical per se. The Hedge Knights have participated in a minor tournament together with our kings, with our knights in Wessex. Sadly, one of those landless vagabonds has been severely injured. Pay for some medication or allow them to stay in the castle while he recovers. I'll allow him to stay in the castle. I can't keep paying for stuff that I don't have money to pay for. And my Chancellor isn't doing... My Chancellor isn't doing too much. I mean, let's actually get off this intrigue focus, because I can't until 19th July 789, so another whole year to go. Iconoclast Faith Triumphant, okay, that doesn't concern me right now. But this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Crusader Kings 2 is a game of strategy. At the same time, it's a game of patience. Because patience is a virtue in this game. Castle fortification has been built, so if you rush into a lot of things, stuff that happens, like the stuff that happened to me between, like, Cornwall. Like, I decided to speed the game up and I lost that battle. I know I'm never going to let that go. But stuff like that happens when you rush into things in this game. But let's see, I have other relations. He's my rival. Marriage ties. So maybe let's see if we can ask him for a non-aggression pact. No, he is saying no. We could join the defensive pact, so let's actually join the defensive pact, just in case he decides to declare war on us. Open council positions by master again. Let's give it to Wolfston this time. Yeah, let's make him the spy master, and he can study technology in Constantinople. Right here. A whole bunch of children being born. They do have a plague going on here. Let's take a look at some of the epidemics. Ooh, not looking very good at all. Not looking very good at all. So let's go back to our own realm. And hopefully matters can resolve themselves here. I'm just adamant on taking Kent. I don't know why, but I could just go for the force vassalization, but then again, I would need some more. I would need some more mercenaries. I have the county of Oxford here. I'll have to declare war on his king, though, for a border dispute for Oxford. And then again, I do need 160 gold. So gold is the main resource that we are lacking right now. But Essex seems pretty, I would say, it looks pretty juicy. As soon as we get 160 gold, we can afford to do a border dispute for Middlesex. And that will be our goal for the next episode. So nothing much going on in this episode, just managing our vassals and whatnot. Even though I'm doing a poor job of it. Let's see if we can... we can't give him any title to make him happier. He wants to be on the council, but his problem is that he sucks. He doesn't want to be a bishop or a priest or anything because of his state learning. He wants all the other fancy titles. He wants to either be a chancellor or a marshal or maybe even a steward. Let's see if... we do have a better steward though. Withelred of Wessex. He has 12 stewardship though. So let's just appoint you, even though our son will be pretty mad with us for firing from the council. And since I'm about to die anyway, it's not about to make a difference. According to the Chancellor Osmond, the peasants of Dorset have started a delightful tradition where the peasantry from several villages meet up and dance, feast, and pair up for the future marriage. By promoting this tradition, Osmond believes that the county will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. A peculiar tradition. I'll support it, why not? It's always good for the young to be happy. And now he's a rival of me. I shouldn't say rival. He hates me by -19 because I fired him from the council. Let's see if I can just appoint somebody else since he's going to be like that. Elmond is a court tutor, so... Your steward, Withelred, has collected a special tithe in Wessex. That's what I like to see. So my son, unfortunately, was not doing too well, but since he's a rival of mine, there's no point of having Osmond as our chancellor, so let's just replace him. Let's just replace him with Elmond right here, and Elmond can actually try and fabricate a claim for us on Cornwall right here. And you are not getting our granddaughter married off to that guy. He is adamant. It's happened twice already this episode. And I believe once in the last episode too. So let's see if we can appoint anybody for this position who's a vassal. You know what? Let's just keep him happy. Let's just keep him happy and give him the spy mastership. And ask him to study technology in Constantinople. Hopefully, the king, the Byzantine emperor, will hopefully find him out and will basically kill him. So that's one way of getting rid of the pesky vassal. Hopefully that works, if I'm not mistaken. Another thing we could do, since it's September, we might be able to feast. It was either September or November. It has to be November. So as soon as it hits November, we can do a feast. Or I should do what I was supposed to do, which is save up money and conquer Middlesex. They don't have a lot of... they do have some allies, though. They have mercy on their side now. They have mercy on their side. What about Norfolk? Do they have mercy on their side too? I can declare war on Gloucester. I can always do that. And he has mercy on it. Everybody has allies but me, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'll put that in the title of this video. Unfortunately, I have been unlucky, and I've only had one son as an heir, and I didn't have any daughters. So it's very important to have daughters in this game. So I guess I'll have to just go with Kent then, since he doesn't have any allies, and he has 1,500 men though. Let's actually see if we can build up some... might be able to build up a retinue. No, I can't build up a retinue right now. Truce is expiring. I will be able to fight Cornwall off. So I have a decision here, ladies and gentlemen, and I need you to help me with it. Should I go for Cornwall or should I go for Kent? Although Kent is already in a border dispute with Essex? That doesn't seem right. Yes. It says right here, defending against Earl Radbound of Kent. Well, they are going to kill each other. So hopefully after everything is resolved, hopefully I can then try and get either Kent or Middlesex. I want these counties so bad for the holding, ladies and gentlemen. They have a lot of good holdings in here. This county has 6 alone, Middlesex, and Essex has 5, just like my county here. But I guess the smart move right now would just be to go for Cornwall. But I can't make up my mind, because whoever wins the war between Essex and between Kent will end up... And there you go. We are dead. You have a new heir if your character dies. Now you will play as Ethelgifu Beothrichor. So let's just read what happened here. King Kinewolf has given up the ghost at age 70. He died a natural death. Guilty of his sins of pride, he wanted everyone to know of his greatness. A wicked man, Kinewolf will surely pay for his sins in the afterlife. Okay. I didn't think personally I was that wicked, but okay. King Beothric, a renowned man. Dignitaries from far and wide will surely bow before him. Long live King Beothric. So be it. And with that being said, I am going to stop the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.